Kristen, what are the 3 lettered supplement plans that you'll most commonly sell as a Medicare agent?
G.
That's one, for sure. We got G, absolutely. G.
N.
N, absolutely. There you go. You got 2 out of 3. Let's see if you can get all 3.
F.
F, that's right. We have F, G, and N. These are the 3 Medicare supplement plans that you will sell 99% of the time. And there's an emphasis on G and N specifically there that you will sell more than F. The reason for that is Plan F is no longer available for any new Medicare beneficiary. I don't know if you guys knew that, but now you know that Plan F is no longer available for anybody. In order to get Plan F, you have to have one of your either Part A or Part B effective before what date, Dalton?
Was it 2021 or 2020?
January 1st of 2020. Yeah. January 1st, 2020, it had to be effective prior to that. Either Part A or Part B had to be effective before January 1st of 2020. If you did not have that effective date, if you didn't have an effective date prior to that, you can no longer get Plan F. You will have to settle for Plan G or Plan N. So most people that we're talking to are going to Plan G or Plan N. So let's talk about the functions of these Medicare supplement plans. And really, in order to really understand the functions of these Medicare supplement plans, you need to understand that I break these gaps up. I really think of like 5 gaps when it comes to Medicare. I think of 5 gaps. We have our Part A deductible. Right, we have Part A deductible. We have our Part B deductible, right? We have Part A and Part A deductibles, so 2 different deductibles. I have Part A copays, Part A copays. I have my Part B coinsurance, and then I have excess charges. Again, there's another video that describes those gaps more in detail, but those are the 5 gaps that we associate with Part A and Part B, right? We have our deductibles, so Part A deductible, Part A copays, Part B deductible, Part B coinsurance, and then excess charges. Those are the 5 that you could have. Pretty straightforward on Plan F. The function of Plan F is this. It's going to fill in the gaps of Part A and Part B 100%. In other words, it covers 5 out of the 5 gaps that we just listed. 5 out of the 5 gaps that we just listed. So it covers 100% of the Part A and B gaps, right? So, for example, Kristen, if I went to the doctor for the first time, if I'm a beneficiary on Medicare with a Plan F, and I go to the doctor for the first time that year, how much will I pay out of pocket for that doctor visit?
0.
0, exactly, because Medicare is going to pay its share, the Medicare supplement is going to pay for my share. Dalton, if I go to the hospital for the first time that year, how much would I pay out of pocket for the hospital visit?
0.
0, that's exactly right. Now let's give Anna the mic. And if I went to the dentist that year, how much would I pay out of pocket for the dentist?
0.
That's incorrect. So we will actually pay out of pocket because Plan F, and I did that on purpose. I'm picking on Anna to some degree. I do that every time I train this, a little devil's advocate, if you will. But what I'm doing here is I'm trying to explain that this is not going to cover dental or drugs. This is not going to cover vision here. This is only all 3 of these Medicare supplements. Any Medicare supplement you get is only going to cover the gaps associated with A and B. A and B doesn't cover dental, but this is only supplementing A and B. So when it comes to dental, it really depends on what kind of dental coverage you have, because the supplement's only going to cover on hospital and medical services, nothing else, right? So 5 out of the 5 gaps. Plan G, that's our next one, right? We have Plan G. This is going to cover 4 out of our 5 gaps. It's going to cover 4 out of our 5 gaps. It's going to cover 100% on Part A. And then the only thing that's not going to be covered, the only gap not covered, is going to be our Part B deductible. And for this year, does anybody know what the Part B deductible is for this year?
Is it $202.90?
It is $202.90. That is for 2026. So good job, Anna. A little redemption after I picked on her a little bit there. But our Part B deductible is not going to be covered. So I'm going to circle that as the gap that we still have to pay. So if I have a Plan G, if I'm on a Medicare supplement and I'm on a Plan G, I purchase a Plan G, I have 4 out of my 5 gaps are covered. The only one not covered is the Part B deductible. Everything else is covered completely, just like the Plan F, as long as it comes to a hospital and medical. So tell me this, Kristen, if I'm a customer who is on a Medicare supplement, Plan G, and I go to the doctor for the first time that year, how much can I pay out of pocket?
$202.90.
That's exactly right, $202.90, because I have that deductible. Now, if I go to the hospital that year, how much would I pay out of pocket?
0.
$0. Look at that. That's one of the trick questions that I always get somebody with, but Kristen's too smooth. She gets it, right? On the hospital, I wouldn't pay anything. Very good, Kristen. I would not pay anything because the hospital is completely covered. That deductible is taken care of. The only out-of-pocket expense I have to worry about on Part A or Part B is my Part B deductible of $202.90, and that deductible goes up every single year. There's been one year it went down, but that hardly happens. It's typically going to go up. So Part B deductible is what I have to worry about. Pretty straightforward, 4 out of the 5. Next is going to be my plan in, and the way that this is going to work is I'm going to have 3 out of my 5 gaps covered. 3 out of my 5 gaps are going to be covered. Again, Part A is covered at 100%. So Dalton, on plan in, if I go to the hospital for the first time that year, how much would I pay out of pocket?
0.
0, exactly. So in all 3 of these Medicare supplement plans, if I go to the hospital, it's completely covered. What about if I go to a skilled nursing facility? How much would I pay out of pocket?
Whatever coverage you have on the supplement or the.
You're actually going to pay 0.
0?
Because skilled nursing facility is a Part A expense. Yep. So you'll pay 0. For hospital, skilled nursing facility, so y'all learn something new there. On hospital or skilled nursing facility, I'm going to pay $0. My supplement will pick it up completely if I sell one of these Medicare supplements, right? It's going to be covered completely. Now, the gaps that I would have to worry about paying out of pocket here would be, just like Plan G, Part B deductible. And then after that, I now have a restructure on my Part B coinsurance. So it's still covered, but now it restructured to Part B copays, right? And then the other gap that I have here is Plan N will not cover those excess charges. Will not cover those excess charges. So these are the 3 things that I could pay out of pocket if I'm a customer on Plan N, right? So it's still only 2 gaps that are not filled. There's 3 things here, but there's only 2 gaps because technically my Part B coinsurance is covered. Plan N is still paying my Part B coinsurance. It's just leaving me with a little skin in the game. Do y'all understand that? So I still have Part B coinsurance covered. It's just now I have to pay a little bit.